I guess.
Are those new underwear? That's nice.
No, they're old, but thanks for noticing. Bob's are once in a lifetime.
I love that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of From the Great North to Wonder Wharf, your unofficial but verified one-stop destination for bento box information. As always, I'm Mike, and that is JB over there, who's muted at the moment because we're uploading a video, and it's a lot, but he will be with us here shortly, I believe, here in a second. Yeah, he'll be here in a second, audio-wise at least. But hey, everyone, it's a brand new episode of From North to Wharf here. Hey, RVA, hey, Yahoo. As you can see, we got a brand new background. We got a new overlay. Working on a new intro at the moment. We're kind of changing things up here a bit. Not so much in what we actually a little bit in what we cover. We're expanding on what we cover. But we're still covering our bread and butter, still Bob's Burgers. For the next couple weeks, the Great North, and beyond that, who knows? Last week we did talk King of the Hill, and I know we do have one other thing planned in the works here. And go ahead and give me an audio check.
I think it should be okay now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sound good. So we do have a couple of things outside of Bento that we're going to start covering. Little outside shows. The first one we're going to do, a couple of folks, or maybe just one folk, have requested it. So we're going to dive into an outside genre show. We're not announcing it just yet, but we're going to jump into an outside genre show, outside of Bob's, outside of what we're comfortable with. It's something I've never seen before. I don't know if JB has seen any of it before.
I've only watched trailers and clips. So this
Okay.
will be fresh for both of us. This isn't like Over the Garden Wall where I had watched it and then I got you to watch it, which we
Okay.
could still do something with once we get to October-ish.
I mean, we already covered the entire series and did the panel, so I don't know if there's anything left to do with that one.
That's true.
But JB has seen the trailer of this particular show that we're going to cover, and I have seen nothing of it other than graphics, which I've been tinkering around with for an announcement piece. But when we're ready to announce that, we will. It should be soon because Bob's is done for the season. Great North, I believe, goes off for the season finale on September 14th.
Yep.
For an hour-long episode, it sounds like.
That is what it's sounding like.
Apparently, to the Futon Critic, there's an hour-long, and they're listing it as a season finale.
Yep.
Take it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
There hasn't been an announcement, so
we can just hope.
We can just hope. There's been no announcement of a cancellation.
Nope.
I mean, we're not kidding ourselves. We know what the optics look like. We know what the rumors are and the speculations are, but until the Molyneux come out and say, "Hey, it's done," there's nothing for us to say.
Mm-hmm. There's always hope until that happens. So,
and even when it's canceled, who is it? Alan Tudyk, he did a interview at Comic-Con, or I think it was
for Resident Alien, yeah.
Well, yeah, so Resident Alien got canceled, and then Alan Tudyk did an interview a little after Comic-Con about folks asking him about, like, the cancellation of the show and blah, 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 blah. And he, in not so many words, said the show's canceled at its current location. Doesn't mean it can't be picked up somewhere. Doesn't mean it can't be pushed to another channel. So I'm hoping that's what happens with the Great North, if it is indeed done at Fox.
And I think that might be. I mean, we talked about with TBS and American Dad. That's kind of resurrected the whole show, and kind of like, I mean, now it's like I think the 8th top streamed show cartoon at this point. So like that's kind of what made Fox bring it back, and they're like, it's got the numbers. So it doesn't mean that the Great North couldn't get some extra life somewhere else. I mean, I'd love for it to just stay in Anadom and finally find a solidified time slot. A solidified position may help it, but I think it just started hitting its stride really the last 2 seasons. So I think it's getting that audience back in to be like, guys, give it a chance. These seasons are great.
The only thing I would push back on is I want the show to continue, but I don't care if it's an Anadom. Mainly
I'm okay
because
if it moves. I'm cool if it stays, but I'm also like, if it has to move, that's fine. I'd like it just to continue because I like watching it.
I would like it to move just because Anadom, and I guess Fox in general, this is just my own opinion. This is not a reflection of From North to Wharf, but they don't know how to promote their own shows and they don't know what to do with them. The shows that aren't American Dad, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, or The Simpsons suffer because the network, Fox, doesn't know what to do with their shows. They don't put anything behind them, and personally, this is Mike's opinion here. Put a little graphic on the bottom says Mike's opinion.
I can do that if you want one.
They rely on pages like us to do their job.
And we're more than happy to just do it permanently, but give us the access to the stills and pictures and news so that we can do that. We would love to.
Yeah, but don't sit there and shrug your shoulders going, why isn't anybody watching our shows? When you can't post anything beyond the same 3 clips from your legacy shows. And then wonder why nobody likes your other shows. Or likes them, but the numbers.
And I think, because we were posting a lot of the Great North stuff back at the beginning of the season, like it was a ramp up to season 5. And a lot of that stuff was from season 1. They did a pretty good press junket for 1, but then it just dropped off.
Yeah, that's the thing. They
did the short animated clips. They did let's learn about the cast. And it's like, we probably should have been doing this for the last couple seasons, and I think you would have got more people involved and got more people into it. But
well, that's what they do for all their new shows, because they do the initial push. They did it for Grimsburg. They did it for Crapopolis. They did it for Housebroken. They've done it for all their shows. But it's like once you get past season 1, it's okay. We did our part. Hopefully, we push this boat out to sea, and hopefully the sails catch the wind.
And we've talked about like Bob's didn't even really get its stride until like end of season 2, beginning of season 3, and like you gotta give it some time to kind of simmer and stew. Otherwise, and like as we've said with like Crapopolis and some of these other shows, like sometimes they take until a later season to right the ship a little bit and figure out like, okay, this is the dynamic of the show. Like you see Parks and Rec did it. A lot of big shows do this. They do one season, they're like, this isn't working. We need to pivot. And with animation, it takes a little bit longer because we know it takes 9 months to make an episode. So sometimes you have to start righting the ship mid-season and be like, okay, for the next season, we need to do something different.
It's always hard because as far as like animation goes, you don't see
numbers.
You don't see the numbers and you don't see the reactions until you're well into the next season of production. So if you don't like something on season 1, you may not see those effects until season 3, when the creatives have a opportunity to get that feedback and see what's working and what's not. But I mean, the shows are good, but they're not pushing them. They're not getting them out there. They're not giving them exposure. And I guess for Bob, like you brought up, the first couple seasons were always hit or miss. That had the fortune of being a show that came out 15 years ago, when you can let a show go for 3 or 4 seasons. And the fact of the matter is, we love the Great North. It has 5 seasons. The audience isn't turning out. It's blame whoever you want, but the audience isn't turning out.
And I think if they get another one, we've talked about probably the saving grace would be if they look at the numbers, they're seeing that it's going up or it's getting better or it's being streamed more. And they're like, okay, so there's something coming, backing it up. Like there is some wave, but I know they were hoping, like, I think Anna Dom and like Fox in general wants the show just to be a huge splash right off the bat. And I mean, every studio probably would love that. Just like you have a hit right off the bat, but those are hard to come by now. People are very select on their time, like with streaming especially. People are very selective on what they watch and what they take in. So new things have a little bit more of a thicker barrier to kind of get through to become part of someone's rotation.
It's yeah, and even if and this is again my own opinion, regardless of what the numbers look like between now and the end of the season, I don't think it's going to move the needle in any direction. I think whatever decision is made has already been made. It's just a matter of what happens next.
Yeah.
So again, they're not going to look at 2 or 3 episodes, which is what we have left in the season, go, oh, these were really popular all of a sudden. Let's pump millions of more dollars in and hope the next 20 do the same. No, they're gonna look at the overall body and say, hey, these are outliers. This is what we've been running with for 5 seasons. And then they'll either make or have already made their decision. And hopefully it's one that in my opinion, this is what I think will happen. I think it's done at Fox, but I think there's a really good opportunity for it to go straight to just Hulu because it is a Hulu-owned show.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking will happen.
And I think that could make for the best landing spot if Fox does not pick it up. So
just give it like one more season at Hulu. Hulu shows don't really run all that long anyways. King of the Hill is only going for 2 seasons. So there at least on. Since the only new episode on that block. The Great North has always been a 9 or 9:30 show. They've always tail end Anadom.
With it, and it's a weird. I think it's a weird place to put it, honestly. But I don't know if it's a 9:30 show. Usually they save that for Family Guy and American Dad because it's a little more edgier. But
it's if you look,
maybe it's to separate it from Bob's too.
I think with stuff like that, we put too much thought into like what episodes go where. I always feel like you start and you end on strong and you finish strong. That's why Crapopolis doesn't start off Anadom. That's why The Simpsons has that spot on lock. Because people have known it to be there for however long Anadom's been around.
30 years.
I don't know how long Anadom's been around.
Yeah, but The Simpsons have seemed to be there pretty much. They haven't moved, I don't think, since like seasons maybe 2 or 3.
As far as I know, they've always been the 8 p.m. show. It's just I don't know when Anadom kicked off. Like I know the shows have always been it, but it hasn't always been Anadom Sundays.
Yeah.
But like Simpsons has always been the 8 p.m. show. Bob's has always been on there. I just don't know how long Anadom as a title, as a thing has been around.
I remember it was like Fox Animation Sundays was something.
Yeah. Hoping for it to at least get some rating revenues after the NFL game. I don't think there's an NFL game coming up.
It seems that Animation Domination first came about May 1st, 2005.
Oh, wow. That long ago. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think there's. I mean, unless you're talking about the new season.
It went away though. It's got a weird legacy. It was on. It was around for 9 years, and then in 2014 it went away, and then it came back again in 2019 as Animation Domination.
Okay. Huh.
Interesting.
Just a lot of rebranding. I mean, it's always been the same thing, just rebranding. But yeah, it looks like we're just on the tail end of the summer Thursdays, going back to Sundays, I believe. So yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. We got the new season of Bob's coming up on the 28th. We have the season finale of Great North on the 14th. So yeah, I don't know, it's gonna be a lot. I assume by revenue you mean from advertising.
Yeah.
There's no ratings revenue.
Yeah, which is what Alan brought up from Resident Alien. He's like, a show like ours is a little bit pricier to make, and he's like, when streamers can get it and they don't have to watch ads, then yeah, shows like us are expensive, so we get put on the block a lot.
That's the thing. Like a lot of shows these days just aren't going as long as like people thought they would in the past. I mean, Bob's is an outlier. All those legacy shows are outliers. Like, can you name a show that's gone more than 5 seasons?
It's hard to find one.
Yeah, like these days, it just is, and even the ones that are popular, like Wednesday, for example, that's only going to go maybe 3 seasons,
maybe 3 at most.
Stranger Things is getting axed at 5.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it is what it is. But we're not here.
Yeah, Avatar didn't Avatar was I think 3 seasons, 4 seasons. Like most shows don't go that long, and if you've taken the deep dive into how certain networks do that, so they don't have to do certain things when it comes to revenue and giving it to people, then you can see why they cut it off at 3 or 4. Because once it gets to a certain point, then it's syndicated, and then you get royalty checks, and you have to give directors things, and that's sometimes what they don't want to do. So they just rebrand a show a different thing.
Mm-hmm. So it is the system that we work within, or we tangentially work within. But it is what it is, and we're not here for doom and gloom. But
nope, we are not.
Do we have any other news to discuss?
Basically, the news-wise, season premiere again, September 28th for Bob's. It's going to be they're calling it the pre-opening,
something like that.
So yeah, we know it's the 300th episode.
Still trying to figure out how it is the 300th episode.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Because the numbers wise, it's close, but it's not it.
It's 299.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other news wise, Simon Chong posted some of the script covers for this next season. We went ahead and posted some of those so you could see them. He said there's some, but not all.
Yep.
So
we know we have some that we saw for season 15 that haven't aired.
Yes.
So presumably those are going to 16.
Yep. So those are on our page that you can see. The Bob's Burgers recipe cards come out September. I believe it's like the second week in September. And then also the art book, which we have some more images that I'm probably going to post tomorrow. It seems that Amazon keeps putting those out there. So we'll post a few. They're not really big spoilers, but it is some really interesting artwork. So it is worth looking into. And they are running it right now at $45. So
still have not pre-ordered.
I have not either. I'm probably going to pop in tomorrow to Barnes & Noble and see if I can get it the day it comes out and just pick it up at the store. I think it's just better that way.
I thought you said there were new photos on the Amazon.
Somebody had posted some. I grabbed them.
Oh, they're not on Amazon. I wonder where they came from.
Interesting.
Or if they are indeed from the book.
They look like they are because they have the captions underneath them. So that's interesting.
All right. Any other news worth discussing? I think they kind of...
I'm trying to think if there's anything else really. Yeah, the cards come out September 9th. The book comes out, I believe, the 21st. It's like 2 weeks after the cards, the book comes out.
Whoa. New book alert.
Oh, what is it?
Here, let me share screen here.
Yeah, new book.
Bob's Burgers Activity Book of Activities, a delicious compendium of gags, games, puzzles, and pastimes from the team behind the Emmy Award-winning animated series.
It is new.
Release date.
March 10th of next year.
March 10th. 80 pages. That's not a lot at all. $20. Oh, it's going to be a little something or another. Probably along the lines of the coloring book.
It. Here's what we got. Blurring the lines between crazy and creative, this engaging activity book channels all the humor and artistry of Bob's Burgers with the eclectic collection of games, doodles, puzzles, and projects. So it's probably like a coloring book in a lot of ways. Taking inspiration from the beloved Belcher family, We have books like Giving Puzzles to Crafty Activities with the Belcher Twist, from paint-by-number pictures of the family to pages of titillating trivia questions, fill the blanks in Tina's song lyrics, find the turkey heart in Bob's Thanksgiving maze, cut the ninja star from Louise's chalk out, to recipe for burger of the day board. Filled with original artwork made by the show, including 12 sheets of full color sheets, cut out Valentine cards, character snowflakes, full color game board, and 8-page die cut pop out models. This will be as fun a collector's item as a delicious distraction for craft fans of the show.
Okay. It's clearly I'm not the demographic for this.
I think it's more for families. Yeah. I'll probably still grab it just to see what it looks like. It's a paperback though, which is interesting. It's not a hardback.
Oh,
but I guess
no,
that makes sense because there's gonna be a lot of die cuts and coloring book stuff. So
yeah, they expect you to cut this book up. Yeah, it's not a.
Yeah.
This is not a substantial book.
Yeah, it's not a book.
No, this is literally a coloring book source. All right, well that's cool to find out there in real time. We'll post that tomorrow, or maybe later tonight, depending when we finish this. But yeah, any other news to discuss before we move on to the next bit?
Not that I can think of. And a cool bit of news, though, I was able to see that someone had sold a episode 200 jean jacket on eBay.
Oh, another
You
one.
don't see them too often. It popped up, and I looked at trying to grab it. I really wanted the pin, but it got a little too pricey.
Yeah,
so
it's not worth it.
It went as high as I think like $75, and I was like, yeah, that's a no.
Wait for the jean jacket.
The jean jacket and the pin.
Well, that's
the original box. It was cool, but I just wanted the pin.
Yeah, if you just wanted the pin, but that's cheap as hell for the jacket and the whole 9 yards.
I agree. The jacket, I mean, it's worth it, but it would never fit me. It was a size small. I was like, there's no, I don't even know anyone who would fit in it. So
yeah, I'd probably cut out that back patch and put it on a hoodie or something.
Same.
Yeah. All right. Well, I know before we hop into the next bit, we do have a word from a sponsor. JB, go ahead and take it away.
Yes, sir. So tonight's episode with one of our sponsors is going to be brought to you by Reggie's Deli. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Are you hungry? Maybe you are. Do you need something to satisfy your biggest hunger? Look no further than at Reggie's Deli, where you can create some of the best sandwiches around Seymour's Bay. And by best, we mean maybe. We pride ourselves on using fresher ingredients, fresher than when we can. No yoga mats in this bread. It might be old, but was fresh at one time. We smell our meats every morning and have a half-off special when the bread, meats, and produce all kind of align to the same smells. And to start, you can be the first one in line if you grab a number. We also have Jonas, our delivery boy, who can run out your sandwich in his moped and maybe get it there somewhat fast. He's great. Reggie's Deli. Just order already.
Thank you, Reggie's Deli. Oh, no, move that over there. There we go. Thank you, Reggie's Deli, for your continued support of From North to Wharf. And thank you.
Order sandwiches, guys. It's going to help Reggie fix his gazebo. So we want to help him out if we can.
So we got new episodes of The Great North, finally, and new episode of Bob's Burgers. Let's just go with The Great North, shall we?
All right.
Okay.
For The Great North, we have Anchor Ham Adventure, Season 5, Episode 19. For this one, Ham gets involved in a competitive world of local weather reporting while Judy and Moon team up to track down an assassin. That is our breakdown.
I enjoyed this episode. It's been a minute since we've been to Lone Moose. I don't know. It felt like it's been much longer than it was, but then I realized the week that I wasn't here for the show, there was another episode. So I kind of had a double dip in the Great North this week. I think it's fantastic. It's a fun episode. It's a ham-centric episode, which he doesn't really get a lot of. And it was a ham episode where I don't know how to explain it. Like, Ham wasn't annoying. Ham wasn't too much. Ham
Nope.
was
He was perfect amount.
he was perfect, and he wasn't his normal self either. It was a side of Ham we had never seen before, a jealous side, a competitive side,
A little diabolical.
a little diabolical.
A little bit like if you think about like Beef when he was trying to win Mr. Catch Can,
Mhm,
like delving into that, like I'm gonna go low to
mhm.
get what I want.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes you do because that's just how you get by. Some people don't play fair, and if they don't, then you don't. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's like, um, but yeah, I really dug the episode. I really dug the green suit guy, especially on his secondary job of like sign holding,
Mm-hmm.
and his sweet dance moves. Uh, Beyond that, I don't recall much of the B plot, if there was one.
It was pretty small,
It
and
was Mr.
honestly,
Glovkin, right? Or
yeah, it was Mr. Glovkin, and
yeah.
it was fine. I think he's kind of become Mr. Glovkin's kind of become, besides Aunt Dirt, has kind of become like the sixth or like the odd Tobin out.
Mhm.
He's kind of there, he's kind of not. Like the kids are always kind of around. There, it's a little bit of like the Bob's Burgers vibe with the kids and their friends, but then like Mr. Glovkin is that like middle ground, like the Teddy. He's there. He can kind of like blend both.
Have we seen Dirt in a while?
We have not, but Glee is having a reunion, so that could be why.
Well,
It may have
again,
been.
keep in
Again,
mind this
I
episode
think
was
they're
done
just-
like 9 months ago.
Yeah, but I think that they may be rehearsing and promoting and shooting it, so it may have just been busy. But I know we always say like there's a closet somewhere where you can get in and do some recording.
And also, where would she have fit in this episode either?
Yeah, she just
Yeah, no
wouldn't be
place for it.
necessary. It'd be too much.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think I agree with you. This side of Ham was fun.
Mhm.
It was entertaining. I love the Macbeth reference. I think it was fun with the weatherman who came down and just like, I'm going to help you, Ham. I'm your great grandfather's ghost or whatever. And it was just fun that he was the first weatherman of Lone Moose. That Ham had the weather in his blood. And I just enjoyed that at some point, once Ham had been right twice, the guy came down again. It was just like, you got to listen. He's like, I don't really need you right now. I know the weather. You be gone. And he's like, I don't get to say anything. He's like, just go away.
What was wild is when we saw his great ancestor there, the first thing I thought was, oh, I wish they didn't do this. Because now everyone in the comments is going to be like, oh, more lore. We're going to get backstory. Are we going to see X, Y, and Z now?
No.
Are we going to see Ham's great grandmother, which means he has to have a grandfather, which means we're going to see all that. And it's
going to be a no.
Yeah,
and
it's gonna be a hard.
We don't need it, and we're never gonna see the Tobins, like as in Beef's parents. We're not gonna see them. They're referenced. We're never gonna see them.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was a again, this is me missing out on last week's episode, so I'm seeing 2 weeks of episodes now. But I mean, the Great North is just as good as it ever was, and
it's fun. It's goofy in its own way. I really appreciate the writing and dialogue because it's fun and it's quick and it's just like it's just kind of like it's not super edgy, but it's edgy enough. It's got that old Bob vibe a little bit where it's a little more like tongue-in-cheek humor and like it's just good. I just wish people would give it that chance because it can grab you if you just let it.
Yeah, I know a lot of folks say like don't blame the fans. The fans are the ones who watch or don't watch the show. So it's neither here nor there. It's fun because I'm listening to the Lonely Island with Seth Meyers podcast, and Paul Rust pops up on there from time to time. So it's really fun to much like Dan Mintz. Paul Rust is Ham. His voice is Ham's
he doesn't
voice.
Change any of it.
He doesn't change anything. So it's real fun to hear him tell those old stories, but picturing Ham. And some of the things he says pretty wild. So it's pretty fun.
It's all like Will Forte when he's talking. You're just like, oh no, that's just Wolf.
Forte shows up on the thing too because it's an SNL thing. So Paul Russ wrote for SNL. Forte was on SNL, so you get a lot of crossover there.
Crossovers.
Yeah. But yeah, I really dug the episode. I think my favorite line was, "You can't hit me, I'm a child." I thought that was cool.
Also, it was interesting that the cloud guy, the green suit guy, took a pregnancy suit and just wore that around so he would be rounder like a cloud. It was very odd.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing was just fun, and that's what the Great North is. The Great North is just fun. So I don't know. I thought I liked it.
Because like the Great North, like anything can happen, and it does, but it always kind of wraps itself up a little bit. Like there's always a little bit left there to be like, what just happened? And then you kind of just like, boom, it's done. And they're like,
Mm,
that's fine now. Ham's okay, but he's still kind of sinister. And we just move on. There
mhm.
doesn't have to be a complete resolution with the Great North, which I love because it's just, they kind of are like, that's just out there now. And like it could come back, it may not. I know someone asked about the Yeti. I'm gonna rewatch it and see if I can see him. I haven't seen him yet.
No, if you do, let me know and I'll pull those screen grabs. But yeah, I've not seen it. And I apologize for anybody watching this and seeing this little beam of light coming down right here. I don't know how to prevent that, and I'm not going to get up to try to fix it. So, uh, Bob's Burgers
Insomnia Bob.
season finale,
Insomnia Bob was fun.
episode
So
298. Yes.
Insomnia Bob is the 22nd episode of season 15. It's written by John Schrader, Big John, and directed by Ryan Maddows. This one is highlighting Bob's sleep-related issues and how he explores the theme of how insomnia can impact a person's creativity and well-being, and how overall it can lead to chaos and distress. This was Bob Unhinged, and it was wonderful. I enjoyed it. It was not over the top, but it was just enough to kind of have a good lesson, and it was just good. I'll let you talk a little bit about it because I really liked it.
It was a great finale.
Mhm.
It did what Some Like It Bot, in my opinion, failed to do. It took long stretches of no dialogue and just music and made it work. Whereas
Mhm.
with Some Like It Bot, I felt like it dragged on too long. Here, you got maybe 20 seconds of like Bob not being able to sleep, going through the day, and then starting all over again, and the whole cycle repeating.
They've really started nailing the time lapses. Like I
Mhm.
think since the movie, they've really nailed it. Like one of my favorite scenes in the movie is literally just Bob's not being open and him just staring out the window as everyone goes by and can't come in, and the
Mhm.
time just goes by.
Mhm.
It's such a good sequence, and I think they've started nailing that because you really kind of felt Bob's intensity in those moments where he's just like, "Oh my god, it's 3 in the morning! Like this
Mhm.
can't happen." And then like he tries to go to sleep, you see him move and jostle, and then he's just going through his day, and you
Mhm.
slowly start seeing more and more bags come under his eyes. And I loved the vantage point, and you tell me of how you felt about it, where like he woke up on the couch
Mhm.
and it's from his perspective, and the kids are like poking him and over him, and like, what are you doing? He's just like just being in his head and what that's like.
Yeah, it was weird given the the um the content of the episode, Bob kind of slowly losing his mind to this. Not once did he um personify, well, maybe not personify, but not once did he give any voice to any of the food like he usually does.
No,
Not
it's
once.
mostly just Skip. He just gave Skip a
Yeah.
voice.
Skip has a voice. There was no talking. Like Bob did his little goofy voices that he likes to do, but it wasn't like the burger wasn't talking.
No, it wasn't like Turkey Baster. It
Mm-mm.
wasn't like Lance. It was very much just like him talking about himself and
Mhm,
using voices to be like, "That's a great burger. Thanks,
mhm,
guys. The anchovy sauce is really coming along." Like
mhm, mhm.
it was mostly just him building himself up.
Yeah, but really, the I didn't care much for, and when I say not care, I could have done without it. It just didn't serve much of a purpose. Was the pickles bit? The kids throwing the
No,
pickles.
I mean I'm okay with it. I thought at first it was just going to be a standalone thing with Mr. Huggins, and I'm like, this is going to be, it's not going to have enough.
Hmm.
I think it helped it. It helped it, and it's helped the story that it came full circle at the end, and Bob saw it coming down, and he was like scared that that's what he's really like. He thought he was having like a nightmare. I think that was fine. I think it was okay.
Hmm.
Um,
I don't think the payoff was worth it.
no, I think it was more of a mulligan. I think they could have had a different payoff.
Mhm.
Um, but I mean, it worked. So
It served its purpose. I just didn't think it was worth it.
I,
Um,
I think there could have been other ways to do it to have the same impact, but I think it worked just fine.
Yeah.
I do think the message was good though, because I think it's like everyone goes through a creative spell when they're younger, like Bob, where they have this book of ideas and they're really passionate. Like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to write that, I'm going to write the screenplay, I'm going to do these things, and life just happens, and you don't. And he kind of found that again. He got jealous that Skip can just do it, and his brain just kind of was like running on full steam trying to get these ideas figured out, and just kept him up. So he just was like, fine, I'll just embrace it.
And let's be honest, like, you and I can perfectly relate to this. I mean, we've been doing this for about 4 or 5 years now. I mean, the countless ideas that you and I have discussed and wrote down and just never followed up on. You fucking fill a notebook.
Good. Very much. Multiple notebooks. This, when I was watching this and him waking up at 3 a.m, I didn't wake up at 3, but I was telling my buddy who helped me work on the book, because this is kind of how it was for the last 2 weeks, because it was like, we got to get it to print to bring it. Yep. So it was very much just like, I would do this show as an example, go downstairs, put Cohen to bed, and then fall asleep. We would eat dinner and like fall asleep like by like 10:30, 11. I would wake up at midnight after a power nap to like my buddy sending me messages like, hey, can you get this art to me? Can you do this? Can you rearrange this? Can you redo this hand? And they'd be like, here we go. And stay up till like 3 and do stuff. And then basically just fall asleep with my iPad and then wake up and just do it all over again. And I really felt like Bob during those 2 weeks. Yeah. And finally, like when it was done and I was sleeping, finally, like the night before I went to con with you and everybody else, like that was the first like full night's sleep I got in like 2 weeks. And I was like, this is glorious. It was just so different. Yeah. And then we went up to staying up till 4 a.m. California time. So it just was right back to it.
I think this gave us one of the best songs of the season, Burger of the Night.
Burger of the Night is such a good song, which there is a cover.
There's a cover. Bob's Buskers is back, everyone. Which, does that mean Volume 3 is around the corner as well?
I mean, it's gotta be. It seems like every 5 seasons we get a new one. So
I'm betting dollars to donuts that 2026 we're going to get a Volume 3.
I think so. I think they will announce it at Comic-Con.
There's absolutely no way you get the National to do another, or the lead singer of the National to do another cover, resurrect Bob's Buskers, that particular brand, because they could have released this just as its own song.
Yep.
Not under a Bob's Buskers branding.
Which makes you think there's probably more that just haven't been released yet.
Yes. So I am thinking we're going to get a Volume 3 2026.
I'd put some money on it. I think that seems fair.
Yeah.
I think it's due. It's season 15. I mean, you're rolling into episode 300. You might as well roll out the carpet for all kinds of merch, which I think we're getting with like the art book, the new recipe cards, this new family book.
The
it makes
The
sense.
wearable merchandise. It's not just Toddland, but the apron. They're branching off to other
the jerseys,
the jersey knit things.
Roosevelt shirt. Like we've been getting lots of things. So I think it's ramping up a little.
Yeah. So it's an exciting time for Bob's. I think with the re-up of 4 seasons came with a lot more opportunities for expansion on like the merchandising side of things.
I think it really opened up the doorway. Like we have some stability.
Yeah, and now that it's a legacy show, I think Disney and Fox are gonna do right by it. But I mean, at the same time, it's not like all the other shows are doing a bunch of merchandise either. We're in a position to where we work with Toddland, who does the merchandise for all 3/4 of these shows.
Yep.
So we see the merchandise that's being made, at least on the wearable side and the pin side. So it's not like Bob's is lagging behind everybody else. It's just the merchandise didn't sell, I guess.
And I mean, it's got to feel pretty good for them, because I mean, when you're at con and you're working that line, it doesn't really slow down. It's always a long one. So the fans are there for it. They love it.
From 9 a.m. until 8 p.m.
Yep, they are raring to go.
Mhm.
So, and their biggest thing usually is just like if it's quality and it's a good design and it's something that catches them, then they're gonna go for it. They love it. Like we want more figures, and we got the little ones, and they're really good quality. I hope we get a second wave of those. I think that'd be a good idea.
Mhm.
Do we need Funkos? I think that ship may have sailed a little bit.
Screw Funko. I as much as I do, I mean, I would obviously if they came out with some, I would buy them. But I do not give a shit. The last Funkos that they did, the little mini thing, was garbage.
I just think it wasn't necessary. I think when you first showed it to me, I was just like, oh, this is probably really cool because it's a little bit bigger. Maybe I guess I was expecting that they would make like a Funko restaurant that Bob fit in.
Yeah, we all
Or
were.
like or that would be big, and it just was not. I thought
Yeah.
that would be actually cooler, and it isn't that at all.
It was a waste of money, and I think mine is still sitting in the box in a drawer somewhere.
Mine's right there on top shelf.
It's Funko is. I can't wait for them to just go under.
And I know there's that other company now that's out there. I don't think it's any better. I think it's the same thing.
Oh,
So,
it's the exact same thing. It's more expensive. They're bigger than Funkos, and I think they start at like $40.
yeah.
Um,
Don't think it's and we
Thrill
talked about
Joy, Thrill Joy.
too much, too many properties, too many things. It became anyone could have one,
Mhm.
and it was just like no.
Yeah.
And the flippers, did ruin it for quite a while. So
Well, that's the great thing about Toddland is they see the flippers and they undermine them by re-releasing the items.
yeah, like I see you on eBay over there with that wheelie mammoth, $100. Guys,
Yeah.
$35 at Thailand.com.
And
Don't fall for that.
I'll tell you what, it's not just the flippers, it's the companies as well. Roosevelt shirts shouldn't be $80.
They really should not be.
There's no reason why a polo or a button-up shirt should be $80.
I don't even think it's a screen printed button up. I think it's just a fabric button up.
It's
they print the roll. The
It's a
fabric
cheap looking. It's not even a good looking shirt in my opinion. But I'm also not a fan of the all over print cartoon shirts. So that's just me. But
I'm a little more. I prefer the subtle than
Mhm.
anything. Like, I mean, I love their. I don't know who put it out. One of the companies put out back in the day. I think it was Habitat. It might have been Habitat or one of the skateboard companies put out Bob's Burgers T-shirts. I think it was Habitat. That literally was just like a pocket tee with a burger, which
Mhm.
Todd I think is now making with like Rudy and all those other ones. But they've made it just with a burger inside, and that's all it was. And I was like,
Yeah.
these are fine. It's just enough to know that it's Bob's and you can move on.
Yeah. But I mean, I get trying to make a profit. I understand businesses have to make a profit and they got to do X, Y, and Z, but there's no reason a button up shirt needs to be $80. Oh. Eric chimed in. Thank you, Eric. Yes. Eric, you can talk on the chat, bud. You don't have to just send me a text message.
You don't have to be a Bane and just live in the shadows.
Speaking of, we're getting Eric on this show one of these days.
Like, yes, Eric, he doesn't watch any of these, right? So he'll be fun.
Oh yeah, Eric doesn't watch any of these shows, so it's gonna be fun. We already got.
Well, that could be fun. We could just show characters like what's his story and what's his name.
Yeah, we got some planned. Eric's gonna come on the show. He's gonna buy us tomahawks. We're going golfing. You're gonna let me borrow your set, and
I could just drive you boys around and literally just leave you somewhere in the golf cart and just go. I always love being the designated golf cart driver.
Wait, this. Okay. Send me another thing. But yeah, Eric, get in the chat, Eric. You don't have to text me, although I do enjoy you texting me. Makes me feel like you haven't forgotten me. Your Asian brother. Yeah. Any last thoughts on Bob before we kind of move on?
Non-Sound of Bob was fun. I had a blast. It was great to watch Bob kind of go off the edge again. Honestly, it was nice to see Skip Maruch back again for skipping around. That was a good segment with the book and everything like that.
Love Kumail.
And it was fun. Like, his dialogue was fun. It was just like, I might be part of a throuple. I don't even know. I just know 2 women are angry at me for missing a bunch of different dates.
And I love when Bob asks him, like, do you wish you had a family? He's like, oh no, I love the freedom. And I
he doesn't even hesitate.
I feel that every time someone asks, like, don't you want kids? I'm like, oh God, no. I love to be able to do anything I want whenever I want.
And part of me
So-
wonders, like, because that's Bob filling in the voice of Skip.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that deep
definitely.
down what Bob thinks.
Mhm,
Because he's
mhm.
like, I don't know if I would have done it the same way again.
Yeah, no, it's definitely his Jekyll and Hyde moment, if you will.
Because he loves his kids and loves his family, but at the same time, he does miss the creative side of it. He gets a little bit with the burger of the day, but I think he longs for the time where he could explore his creativity a little bit more.
Yeah. All right, I think that kind of covers us on the episodes, right?
Yeah, we forgot the Lone Moose Minute again.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. It's been did we do the Lone News Minute for the previous Great North?
I don't know if we did. I don't think so.
Okay, I was gonna say I wasn't on the episode, so I don't know. But let's check in with our buddy Sam across the way for another installment of the Lone Moose Minute. Sam, take it away.
Well, certainly been a while since I last sat here and did this, but it is good to be back. Hello everyone and welcome along to the return of the Lone Moose Minute here on From North to Wharf. I'm your host Sam, hope you're having a good day so far, and this is the segment of the show where I give you my thoughts on the latest episode of The Great North, that being Season 5 Episode 19 titled Anchor Ham Adventure. So let's get right into it then. What did I think of this particular outing? Well, I thought it was another good episode. Both plots I found to be solid and very enjoyable, which is exactly what you want out of Great North episode. I loved that Ham is very passionate about the weather. Throughout the series, we've seen Ham have some quite wholesome interests, whether it's his baking, becoming the cake lady, helping out at the Old Moose retirement home, of course, befriending Goldie, and now we've got him being very passionate about the weather and even having a weather boy tattoo. It just makes him very likeable. I mean, all the Tobins are likeable. Most of the characters in Lone Moose are likeable, but there's just something about Ham having very wholesome interests. Good to see the return of Harry Hotfog, as well, a character we haven't seen since all the way back in Season 2, and he's had quite the glow up and rise in fame and fortune since we last saw him. I mean, being named Lone Moose's most influential person by the Lone Moose Wind, cutting the ribbon at the new marijuana dispensary on Birch Road, and officiating the wedding of the polar bears at Zoolton's. He's quite a big deal now, and he was rather enjoyable and fun to see again in this episode. But I still do wonder some things about him. Is he still 23? Does he still see pillow like Pello? Is he still really a beautiful blonde under, I think, was it black and grey hair? It might have been brown, but definitely grey and dark and brown, black, whatever. But we probably won't find that out, but it's just something to think about. One thing I would like to point out that I thought was good about last week's episode was the dialogue. A lot of the lines in this episode I found to be amusing and really good. Asha Michelle Wilson was the writer behind this episode, and you can tell that she did such an amazing job. I mean, all the writers in the episode do such great jobs when they have their turn to write the script. But whether it was Vince the Cloud Guy, who I thought was another great addition to the episode with his running gag or telling Ham off, like, "Mo muttering, you teen, and start beaming," or Ham, and we were introduced to another Tobin ancestor in Gustin Tobin. I mean, you really couldn't come up with a better name for someone who had things to do with the weather. I quite enjoyed their interactions during the dream sequence. Beef saying things like he's not having the claw discussion again with Moon, which makes me think it happens on a rather regular basis in the Tobin household, and Russell eating the cotton candy from the blue boxes in the faculty bathroom, to which Judy asked if he's eating tampons. I mean, almost every character had something funny to bring to the table, and I thought this episode highlighted that brilliantly. So what does the forecast look like for this episode? Well, there's a good chance of funny lines and great storytelling, with highs of 7.5 out of 10. This has been Sam over at the Lone Moose Minute. Let's hand you back now to our lovely hosts. Sam, rolling out.
Oh
gosh,
Sam, not wearing a heavy metal shirt this
no, not this time.
This week. I don't know. Well, I have to ask him to re-record that. Brittany Roth asks, our family is watching the newest season of Taskmasters, which features Jason Mantzoukas. Love Jason Mantzoukas,
Yes,
and Taskmasters is fun. Aside from season 3 finale, The Unnatural, what other, if any, episode characters did he voice? Mantzoukas.
I am looking right now, and I am not finding anything. I just remember him as Mr. Manoogian.
Yeah.
Trying to think if he's done anything else since then.
I don't believe he has. This is a
I
very
don't
distinct
think
voice.
so. I think it's very much. He's been in other animated shows before, but I think
tons,
that's
yeah.
it on Bob's. I think
Yeah.
that's all he's done.
Yeah, I do love seeing him on Taskmasters kind of do the whole American thing. Obviously, because it's a British show. So when Jason says one thing and they say, "Oh, did you mean this?" Is like, "Oh, well, I'm American." Blah blah blah. You know what I'm talking about, Brittany. I
Mhm.
don't have to explain it to you. But yeah, thank you, Sam. We will see you again, not next week, but the week after, I believe. I think we got a
Mhm.
rerun next week. And then the week after, or maybe 2 weeks, we'll hear back from Sam. And then, of course, on the 14th or 15th, as you were, for the season finale 1 hour episode of
Yep.
The Great North. But for now, we're going to take a quick little break to hear from our second sponsor, and then we will come back and wrap this up. So, without further ado, it's where are we at? It's August, which means it's playoff baseball. The Wonder Wharf Wonder Dogs won't be in the playoffs, of course, but that doesn't mean you can't come out to the ballpark and spend your money. Mascot races, fireworks, and more? Question mark. Come out to the ballpark and cheer on your Wonder Wharf Wonder Dogs and spend your money. Thank you to the Wonder Dogs for your ongoing support for From North to Wharf.
It's a shame Phenom got hurt and Angel. And the season could have turned around.
Listen, folks, we need to make this fun for ourselves, okay? Fake ads like this until fucking Amazon comes around is how we do it.
Yep.
Get off our backs.
Mm-hmm. But if you want us to do other ones, send us ones to do.
If you have a business that you would like a shout out, shoot us a DM. We'll work something out. We're not expensive. We're not going to ask you. We're not going to ask you for an arm and a leg. Just throw some shekels our way. Piece of shit. But yes, let's see. Any housekeeping notes? August 25th, we announced it earlier today. 2 weeks from now, we are doing live Bob's Burgers trivia. I think it's going to be the standard trivia, but it's going to be season 15. Season 15.
All season 15.
Maybe to commemorate it, we will do 15 questions each.
Yep.
Season 15 questions, 30 questions total. Yeah, it's going to be fun. The One Dogs, we're not the Colorado Rockies or the Athletics or my Washington Nationals with that. But it should be fun. That'll start 8 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel here, which you're already watching. Of course, if you played trivia with us before, you know it's completely fun. We're going to have fun. It's going to be fun.
Fun.
And it's free.
Yes. Free and fun. And yeah, we always have a good time. And we have like poll the audience. Like there's all we try to make you guys as involved as we can.
Tell your friends, come hang out with us for maybe an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. Who knows how long it'll go. But trivia is always fun, and we always get a good turnout. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, your Braves suck. Fuck them Braves.
So quick.
Yeah, screw the Braves. JB,
so yeah.
Anything you'd like to say as we wrap this up here?
Not that I can think of right now, guys. Not much is in the world of news after all that fun stuff. But yeah.
If you saw our story, we did shut down our Patreon.
Yes, we did.
The whole explanation is there. We explained it last week. But not for nothing. If you hadn't noticed, and you probably weren't honored to go, I know a lot of folks signed up for it when we canceled. I still haven't gotten any emails going, "Hey, what happened to the Patreon?" I was like, okay.
But yeah, we didn't feel comfortable taking money from you guys.
We're not
content.
Exactly.
Like we said, we have lots of ideas and things, but life, and Mike summed it up really well. Life, I have a kid, family stuff, work stuff. I mean, we both work full-time jobs and then extra. So it was just too hard to do.
It's hard, everybody. It's hard out here.
It is.
Thanks for answering. I thought that might have been his only character, but it was a good one. Yeah, Manzukis is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, he's used a lot in like Big Mouth. I mean, he's a main character in Big Mouth, so that voice is pretty recognizable.
And if you love Manzukis, he has his podcast with Paul Scheer and June Diane Raphael. How did this get made? And he's on every episode, and he's fantastic. So yeah, unless you got anything, I still don't have a proper outro. I mean, we could roll the old one with all the Patreon members, I suppose. And then hopefully next week I'll have a new one. But
yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Next week, we are doing the wrap up of season 15 of Bob's. I think we'll be ranking the episodes. We'll be talking about the season in its entirety.
Yield tier lists.
Yeah, how we feel about it. Good, the bad, the ugly.
Other seasons, all that. Yep. The good, bad, the ugly, the rad, the great, all those things.
But until then, this has been From the Great North to Wonder Warfare, unofficial but verified one-stop destination for Bento Box and entertainment information. As always, I am Mike.
And I'm JV, and it looks like RVA missed something about there are other ways we can support you guys. That's a great question. You know what? We may have to think on that. Are there other ways to support us? Who knows? Just tell us we're doing a good job and that we're pretty. I don't know. Yeah. Send our stuff to your friends. More followers, the better. It helps us kind of reach more people. We're gonna try to do more fun stuff too as the year rolls on. So yeah. And also tell us we're pretty. Yes. Good night, everybody. Bye guys.